Hello everyone, welcome back to Slush Code Universal Tutors. This is Common Entrance Maths Lesson 22. We've learned how to find percentages of numbers. Today we are going to use that knowledge to solve percentage word problems. So let's see if we can catch the percentage hiding inside the story. When you see a percentage word problem, don't panic. Look for three things. Number one, the percentage. Number two, the total number. And then number three, what the question is asking you to find. Then you calculate. Let's start with a simple school example. A school has 200 pupils. 30% are boys. Now the question is, how many boys are there? So we need to find 30% of 200, right? First, let's find 10% of 200. And then the 10% of 200 is 20. That's divided by 10, 20. So 30% is 3 lots of 10%. That's 10% in 3 places, right? So 20 times 3. 20 is our 10%. We multiply it by 3 to get our 30%. And it gives us 60. Therefore, there are 60 boys in that school. Let's try another one. A fruit seller has 100 oranges. 25% are sold. The question is, how many oranges were sold? This time, we are finding 25% of 100. So 25% is 1 over 4. We remember that, right? Because 25 over 100 is 1 over 4. So now we divide 100 by 4 because we're looking for 25% of 100. So if 25% is 1 over 4, automatically is 1 over 4 times 100, which gives us 25. That's 100 over 4. It gives us 25. So 25 oranges were sold. That's our answer. So now we are going to use money. A school bag costs 8,000 naira. It is on 10% discount. Question is, how much is the discount? So now look at it very well. The question isn't asking us for new price yet. It is asking how much the discount is. So we find 10% of 8,000 naira. 10% means divide by 10. So 8,000 divided by 10 is 800. So the discount is 800. Now let's find the actual price after the discount. The original price is 8,000 naira. The discount is 800. So we subtract 8,000 minus 800 equals 7,200. So the new price is 7,200. Now your turn. And the question reads, a class has 80 pupils. 25% are absent. Now the question is, how many pupils are absent? So pause the video and try it out yourself. Now 25% means 1 over 4. You know that, right? So 80 divided by 4, that's if you multiply 1 over 4 by 80, it becomes 80 divided by 4, which gives us 20. So 20 pupils are absent. 20 pupils, that's our answer. So if you're one of those 20 pupils, I hope you have a very, very, very good reason for being absent, right? Let's make it a little more challenging. A farmer has 300 chickens. 40% are white. The question says, how many chickens are white? Remember our percentage method. Let's start with this. 10% of 300 is 30, right? So 40% is 4 lots of 10%. That's 10% in 4 places. That's 40%, right? So 30 times 4 equals 120. 30 is 10%. Multiplied by 4, you get the 40%. So 30 times 4 equals 120. Therefore, 120 chickens are white. That's a lot of chicken. Here's our final challenge. A shop has 500 exercise books. 30% are sold. How many exercise books are left? How many exercise books are left? The question isn't asking how many were sold. It is asking how many are left. So think carefully. First, find 30% of 500. So the first thing is that you find 10% of 500, and 10% of 500 is 50. To get 30% of 500, you multiply 50 by 3. That's 10% times 3, right? To get 30. And 50 times 3 gives us 150. Now, 150 are the ones sold. Now, you are going to subtract the 150 sold from 500. Then we get the ones that are left. So from the original 500, you subtract 150. And when you subtract 150 from 500, you get 350. So 350 exercise books are left. Here's something very important. Sometimes you calculate the percentage correctly, but that's not the final answer. Always read the question again and again. Are they asking how many were sold? How many are left? How much is the discount? Or what is the new price? Don't stop too soon. Make sure you know exactly what the question is all about before solving. Now, always remember, find the percentage, find the amount, read the question carefully, give the answer with the correct unit. Always remember this. You've done a fantastic work today following the lesson to the end. You are becoming stronger with percentages every day. This is Slush Code Universal Tutors, where we learn, practice, and excel. See you in lesson 23. Bye.